Hello fly babies, hello my lions, it's me FlyLady Kat, and I'm here today to give you peace in your life, control in your home, and to learn how to finally love yourself. Today is Wednesday, and this is our plan. Our 3-layer cake for the day is number 1, routines. Number 2, basic weekly plan. For today, the basic weekly plan is planning and desk day. Unless you have decided to move things around, just remember that you want to include all 7 of the days. So today is planning and desk day for the majority of us, and our zone is zone 5, the living room. So here we go. For those of you working or not working, we're all going to get up early before the family and do our morning routine, which includes making your bed, cleaning and swishing and swiping your toilet. That just means wiping out the sink. I use a little Mrs. Meyer spray, wipe it out, shine up the faucet, and then I spray the toilet seat and inside of the toilet and go round and round with a brush and take that same rag that I used on the sink and wipe the toilet seat, sometimes the handle, and put that in the wash. That's swishing and swiping, so it's included in your morning routine. Also included in your morning routine is putting those dishes away that you had out last night, either from the drain rack if you hand wash and you're a dishes diva, or from the dishwasher. Now, there are other things that we're doing, but those are the housekeeping things that make you feel better, make you think, oh, I love my house. These things are part of it. Okay. Then after your morning routine, you're going to put your kids through their routine. Remember, their routine is very simple. Make your bed, wash your face, brush your teeth, wipe the toothpaste out of the sink, hang up your hand towel, change your clothes, put your pajamas away, comb your hair, come to the kitchen, have breakfast. That's it. Okay. Before the kids go to school, I do encourage you to do a quick clutter check. Any clutter that has been created since they picked up their clutter last night needs to be put away right now. So make sure you put the 5 minutes in your program for that. All right, after that, then if you're working, you're going to go on to work. When you get to work, you're going to say hello to your coworkers, friends, and or employees. You're going to take your coffee or tea and hot water to your desk, your nice, pretty, clean desk, which was the last thing to do in your control journal yesterday. You're going to open your control journal to this beautiful hump day, and you're going to begin your work, right? You're going to follow through. You're going to see what you've accomplished so far. Make sure you've recorded those things, what you have to accomplish by the end of this week. How are you doing on that? How about the accomplishments for the end of the month? We're almost there. And then how are you doing so far for the year? Project forward anything you need to, and that's it. That's your work day. Besides filing and cleaning out your email and digital clutter, which you do every morning for a couple of minutes. And at the end of the day, clean the desk up, make it look pretty. Okay, next thing we're going to do is on our lunch and breaks, we're going to think about what we're doing today at home. And in fact, before you leave the house this morning, go ahead and look in your fridge, see what's in there, toss some trash, put the empty containers in your clean dishwasher, your empty dishwasher, and if you have like leftovers that you don't want anymore, look and see what you can use. Look in your freezer, look in your pantry. If you need to, snap a picture with your phone, and then that's it. So when you get to work on your break, you can look at that and say, okay, these are the things I can make with what I have. These are the meals I can make. These are the meals I can almost make, but I need ground beef. I need spaghetti sauce. I need garlic bread, whatever it is. Write that on your grocery list. Also, look at the snapshot that you took. That's called a picture. That's an old-fashioned word. Look in your fridge and look at your fridge pic if you took one and see, do you need mayonnaise? Do you need butter? Do you need milk, eggs? What are you missing in there? Write that on your list. Now, how many meals have you made? Could you come up with 2 or 3 based on what we've just done? Okay, you need to come up with 4 more. So think of a protein, a vegetable, and a starch. If you're eating a regular diet, a quote regular diet, right? If you're eating a conventional diet. If not, then you base it on what you can eat. So maybe it's a vegetable or 2 vegetables and a meat, or maybe it's all meats and a little vegetable. Whatever it is, you know how to plan your meals. And then put down what you need to buy. Okay, that's your grocery list. Now, figure out that grocery list and see if it fits in your budget. If not, you may have to change the kind of meats. You may have to change the kinds of vegetables, the kinds of fruits, the kinds of starches, the kinds of extras. Don't forget about breakfast. Don't forget about snacks. Don't forget about lunches, okay? Don't forget about things you need to clean with and things you need to package with, baggies and things like that. Ziploc bags, cleaning products, soap, air spray, whatever you need, Febreze, whatever it is, dog food. Don't forget those things. Okay, now, today's the day you plan that. You also look at your checking accounts. You probably can't do this on your first break, but maybe on your lunch hour, look at your checking account, look at the bills. Most people use electronic billing to pay their bills now. My recommendation is that you set it up so that it comes out of your checking account and goes to that person, not that you allow that person to have access to your account and take the money out, because sometimes they'll double dip accidentally, but it's hard to get that back and it can mess you up really bad. So if you don't have to get some discount, and that's what insurance companies do, and I have to say, as a banker, I never saw a double dip on an insurance company ever, but I've seen huge mortgages come out twice in a month. That's a bad thing if you're running pretty close to the bone, right? So set it up so that your money comes out of your account and goes to them, and you can do this. It's not hard. Right, and I know most of you probably are, but maybe some of you who are my age or older might be having a hard time with that, or some even younger. It's very simple. Just read, comprehend, and do. You can do it. All right, so you're going to check those, though, to make sure they came out. Can't ever depend on anything to be automatic. You always want to check. And check your main list of bills to make sure all those bills got paid, and check them off. Because sometimes, maybe you're still a person who writes checks. I hope not. But if you are, sometimes the bills don't come in the mail. And if you didn't get it, you don't think to pay it. Well, that's not their fault that you didn't get the mail. They're going to still charge you a late fee or turn your lights off or whatever. So make sure that you pay on time every time by making sure when it's due on your list and that you've checked it off. Okay? So pay your bills. After you've paid your bills, look at your balance, make sure you still can fit your budget in like you planned. And what else do you want to do? You want to balance your checkbook. Make sure that it balances what it says you have in the bank based on that account online today. So whatever's outstanding, something that hasn't shown up for some reason, debit card transactions are notorious for coming in 3 days late. So don't assume that everything is in the second you use your debit card. Also, if you have written a check, sometimes there's, especially nowadays, people are not used to getting checks. They'll hold them forever and they'll put them in the bank. They're not supposed to be good after a certain number of days, but they can totally go through and take the money out of your bank. So you want to make sure that that is still carried forward, that $5 check that you wrote to the Girl Scouts or whatever. You're going to carry that forward until it finally clears and then check it off. And so you want to balance every week. If you balance every week, it'll get easier and easier, and it won't be as hard as when you first start and it's just so far into you and you've let it go too long. So start doing it now. You're going to do that, balance your checkbook, and that's it. So you've made a grocery list, you have a budget, you've balanced your checkbook, you've cleaned out your fridge a little bit this morning. Good for you. All right, also when you get home today, well, we'll get there. So have a great day at work. When the day's ended, you're going to go home and you're going to start your laundry. You're going to go through an inch of paper while your laundry is washing. You're going to start your dinner. Once dinner is started, it can hold or simmer or whatever for a couple of minutes while you either do your 10-minute weekly home blessing hour and 15 minutes in your living room, or just do one of those things, or maybe you've decided to do both of those on the weekend or delegate. It's up to you. But at the most, you'll spend 25 minutes and then you won't have anything to do on the weekend. Maybe you'll have to buy groceries if you can't delegate or have those delivered, or order them and go pick them up. All right, so that's it for you. Let's hang tight. Now let's get the other people up to speed, our at-home fly babies. So at home, the kids have gone to school or you started homeschooling or whatever. You've done your morning routine. Next thing we're going to do is our basic weekly plan. The same thing we just said to the fly babies at work. Go check your fridge, clean out the junky stuff, throw it away, put your stuff in the dishwasher or the hot soapy water. Make your grocery list based on what you have, and your menu based on what you have, your grocery list based on what you don't have. Finish out your menu and finish out your grocery list. Then do your bills just like I talked to your sister fly babies at work, and do your balancing and your budget. That's the things you plan today, okay? And anything you might need to do tomorrow, think about that today when you're running errands. Think about what you might need to do tomorrow. Okay, so we're coming to the end of the day. You've done your laundry. at-home fly babies, that's been done during the day. Your paperwork is done. Now we're going to have dinner. So after dinner, we're all going to clean our kitchen. It's not a terrible thing. It's an easy thing. It's a fun thing. We've enjoyed our supper. We try to clean as we go along, and that's a real big tip I'll give you. Put some soapy water in the sink if you're a messy cook, and as you use something, wash it and dry it and use it again so you don't have to use a million pots and pans, or put it away, or stick it in the dishwasher, whatever. But we're going to clean as we go. Wipe your spills as you go. That way you won't have a huge mess. There's nothing worse than eating dinner and then turning around and going, because you have stuff everywhere. Try to take your time, enjoy the process, and not clutter as you go. Complete each step, and that means to wash your pots and pans as you go, okay? Or put them in the dishwasher. Wipe the spills as you go. If you use a chopping board, wash it and put it away. You can do this. You can. All right, so after dinner, we're going to have simple things to do. Dishes go in the dishwasher, wipe the counters off, wipe the sinks off, wipe the stove off, maybe wash another pot or pan that's left, maybe you served food out of it, wipe the table off. It's super easy. Everybody takes a little bit of the job, and it gets done quickly. Put some music on, have some fun. If you're a dishes diva, which means you have to wash the dishes, stand in front of that sink with a candle burning, a YouTube video on, or some music, have a comfortable place to stand, have the best soap that you love that smells good, and enjoy the process, okay? All right, then we have our before bed routine. As we know, we do our own if we're super tired. We do the kids first if we're not super tired. Have a beautiful day, and always remember that you are beautiful.